In today's video I'm going to show you this new header file, which I thought was really cool. It's in C++23 and I found about it too. Not today, but like a week ago, and I thought maybe I'd make a video about it because there's not much videos about this and I don't know why. It's like so cool, and I guess people don't just don't look at the C++23 features anymore. They don't look at the new C++ features. They're just taught what they use. Lots of people just use IOStream because that's what they're taught, but this is a new output function. It's called print. It's a new header file, and it has 4 functions. These 2 aren't really that important, but these 2 are the real meat in the burger. And yeah, I thought I was gonna show you these because these are really cool. So let me open up print first. So this is it. If you're a beginner, this sounds really confusing, but basically it's just the stream, which I'm pretty sure by default is std out. Yeah, I think so. And then it's the format and args. I'm pretty sure this is overloaded, so you don't have to do this. Yeah, I think this is overloaded, so you don't have to do this. But anyways, yeah, let's do this. I think it is overloaded function. Yeah, it's an overloaded function, so you don't have to do this if you just want to write to the standard output stream. But yeah, I think I'd share it with you. So yeah, let's actually do this real quick. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm actually using Clang with MSVC headers, so Microsoft Visual C++ headers. But yeah, I don't know if it works with G++. I think it does, but it might not. So anyways, this is a cool function. This is actually really cool. Here's what I mean. If I do print hello, and I don't think, and I'm gonna be using PowerShell because for some reason at the end of each program, the CMD actually adds a new line, which really screws everything up for us. Yeah, so this is the print function. So accordingly, this should actually print hello space world. I know it's really confusing. Well, it's not confusing. I just made it confusing because there's two parts. There's print and then there's print line, which does something else. So yeah, this is for illustration purposes. In real world, you would just concatenate them, merge them together, but this illustration purposes. So if I actually do this, let me just open up a CMD and I don't know, open up a PowerShell too. Let me actually open up PowerShell. So what? I can't open PowerShell. Okay. PowerShell. Okay. Okay. Let me do clang ++ main.cxx. Let me do. There we go. This should work. Then we can do /n. And it prints hello world. I think all of them do it. Yeah, it adds a new line automatically. I never remembered it actually doing that. Must be just me. But like, what if I will just start another PowerShell? Just start in my home directory. And okay. So I think in PowerShell it might be different. Because in Linux I'm pretty sure it would be different. /a. Yeah, okay, I don't know why, but I guess when it outputs, it automatically flushes the buffer at the end or something, because it adds a new line. Okay, but anyways, yeah, so there's 2. There's print, and then there's also print line. So if I actually change the first one to ln, it will print them on separate lines as far as I'm concerned. So let me just compile this. 23, and then I can just enter. And now let me just run it. Isn't that cool? it kind of reminds me of Rust because they have a print line function too. But then again, I've only worked with Rust up till the Hello World until I got scared. So I guess it's just me or something. But yeah, that's all I wanted to show you guys. Oh, I forgot one thing. This is thread safe. So if I open up a bunch of threads, I can actually do that. Guys, I'm back with the program, and so basically I quickly coded up as first of all in the main function. You can see we have std print line, which will print the line with the function that we learned today. Basically we'll print this and a new line. We don't have to display \n. I know, pretty cool. And then we're starting two threads that both do print. Now do print is this function right here that I've defined. Basically we'll just print hello world and stuff. And then right over here, stdout, cout, it will basically do the same thing but with cout, where it concatenate stuff. If, how do we infer that they're thread safe? If both of them get the correct output, because we are running them in two different threads. Yeah, so yeah, we're running them in two different threads. Let's see which one looks to be more thread safe. So let me just compile this real quick. And let's click enter. Now and as you can see, it prints both of them. Good. Okay, now let's try another one. And I think we have a problem here. As you can see right here, the first time it printed hello world using cout properly, but we have to keep testing. And then the second time it printed hello world, cout world using cout. That doesn't look so thread safe, but print is printing pretty well, and I think we can infer that this is thread safe. Let's just quickly run this more times. And again, this time it printed for cout hello world using cout. Let's do that again. This time it printed right again. Okay, now it seems that it's printing pretty right, but still, we saw at the start there how it wasn't printing good at all. Like, at all. Now it's actually printing well, not gonna lie. And again. Okay. Let's try that again. And oh my god. So you can see it's not thread safe, and yeah, the next example I'm actually gonna delete most of this stuff in the program with a clean start. And now I want to show you some of the file writing capabilities that print has. So let's get back to our hello world that we actually made earlier. And yeah, our hello world looks something like a normal print hello world would look something like this. And this works, this compiles, yeah. And now what we're gonna do is, what if you want to output it to a file? Like, what if you want to output it to a file? Usually you would, in C++, I'm pretty sure, you would open up a new fstream. Let me just make sure real quick, because I don't really, it's been such a while I have worked with fstreams in C++. Yeah, okay. Fstream open. So yeah, you would include fstream, then you would make a new file and do sf.open, and you would write to it like this. This is like printf, just like iostream, you would do this, but this is in a whole nother header. And when I was actually learning C++, I was surprised. I thought this came with the iostream library, and I know, but I guess now I should know that this is how we open a file in C++. Now this looks pretty confusing, I'm not gonna lie. It looks extremely confusing, doesn't look that nice. That's why we're gonna use fopen, actually the file type in C++. In C, I mean, this is C, not C++. Just want to tell you that. C, file handling, and how to create a file, blah, blah, blah. So we would open a new file like this, and let me actually do that real quick. So I would open up a new file by going like, oh, is there, wait, I want to see if there's a C++, oh, there is a C++ equivalent to this. File, and then we would go text file, so I'm just gonna write text file, and I'm just gonna text file, and then I'm gonna do fopen, this also in C, and then I'm gonna actually in my project I'm gonna make a new file, and I'm gonna name this file.txt. So the file that we're gonna write to is gonna be called file.txt, and then I can write right over here, I can do file.txt. So we're opening this file, storing the result in a file pointer, basically what you would use to read and write to files in C. Then we are going to, I'm pretty sure there's a way you can do this in C, but I just find this way more simpler in C++, but I just find this way more simpler like this. And then we are going to write to it, so I can just do that. Then now, let me pull up stdprint, the CPP reference for this, because here's something important. This is a formatted string. Let me show you what a formatted string can do. So in a formatted string, it's basically formatted. So I could go like this and type in hi, or this could even, I bet, be an integer called hi. If I go like int hi is equal to 0, int hi 0, and now it would print stdprint hello world, and then instead of printing those curly braces, it would print hi. And you can do this with as much as curly braces as you want. This is a formatted string, that's why. I could then, but then I have to go like hi, I don't know, bye, I don't know, goodbye, and these would all have to be actual variables. But what if I want to write to a file? Well, by default, let me actually open it up. I could go on to this. Okay, here it is, void print std file stream and the format. Now by default, and the format by default, if you're only going to use a string, then you're using this one. These are overloaded functions. Now, but we want to write to a file. Ooh, what do we see here? File. Turns out it's actually writing to a file. A file called stdout. And it says right over here, if you look at this one, oh, it's looking. We're writing to stdout, which is the terminal. And you can even see this if I go, this will compile because there's an overloaded function. And if you didn't already know, stdout, the standard out, is actually, if you look at this, it's defined in CS Studio, CSSTDIO, input output, and it's right here. Look, it's defined as std file. Look at here, it's an input for std file. So when you're actually calling this, you want to write to standard out, the file, which is displayed on the terminal. But if you want to display it to a normal file, remember, we opened a file here. This is a file pointer. So, in theory, this should work, right? Let's try it. Let's try it real quick. Let's see if it even gets to the compiling stage, because in theory, this should work. Let's actually go ahead and compile this, and let me just specify the C++ standard. Of course, I'm gonna get a warning. You might get a warning because if you're using MSVC, but now let me execute it. Moment of truth. Wow, nothing. Let's see if the file's here. You can see the file. It's called file.txt. Let's open it up. Actually, I'm actually gonna zoom in. Here we go. Hello world. We did it. Let's go. Go pat yourself on the back because we just wrote to a file. And did I already explain the basics of formatting the string? Yeah, I did. Okay. And if you actually open it up in any text editor, boom. You can do the same with print line. You could do print line, and I actually prefer print line better. And then you could do, after that, text file. Okay, now, remember how I said a standard out is basically a file? Not a file actually, but it's type of this. That means you can even do. Now what will happen? Let's actually go ahead and see. I haven't tried this out, so I'm just guessing right now. If I get an error, then let's see. Now boom, it works. That's all, guys, for today's video. I hope you learned something new, and guys, I'll see you next time. There's still a lot of stuff in C++ 20 and C++ 23 not a lot of people talked about, and yeah, the print header is one of them. I hope you guys learned something new today, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.